in this example, there's going to be two different types of homework problems you guys are going to spend probably the majority of your homework going on. And that's going to be everything from 1 through that 16. This is basically what you guys are doing 1 through 16. OK? So if we have an equation, secant of theta is equal to 5 over half. Understanding that secant of theta is equal to your hypotenuse over your adjacent. Sorry, I didn't tell you what your question is. The question is, find the 6 trigonometric functions given this equation. So if I need to find the 6 trigonometric functions, that means I need to evaluate for all 6 of these. What? However, ladies and gentlemen, if I'm given the hypotenuse and the adjacent, do all these 6 trigonometric functions only deal with hypotenuse and adjacent? No, we have to figure out opposite as well, right? So we need to create a triangle. Well, we don't know. They don't give us. They don't tell us that information. So you can use theta wherever you want to. I'll just put theta here. Because if I put theta here, I know that's my hypotenuse. And this is my adjacent side. Would everybody agree with me? You can draw a triangle however you want to. And actually, the first 4 problems you guys have, they give you actually what the triangle is. So if I have my hypotenuse, I know is 5. My adjacent is 2. Now, if I'm given 2 sides of a right triangle, can I find the third side? Yeah, absolutely, using Pythagorean theorem, right? Does everybody agree with what I just did there? So I have 25 equals 4 plus x squared. Subtract 4, 21 equals x squared, square root, x equals the square root of 21. That was your focus lesson on the Pythagorean theorem. Right? Yeah. Hypotenuse squared equals leg squared plus leg squared. I didn't know what that leg was, so I used x. And then I just solved. Yes? Move to the next step?
Yes. Yeah.
OK. So the next step, it says to evaluate for the 6 trigonometric functions. So we have sine theta, cosine theta, tangent of theta, cosecant of theta, secant of theta, cotangent of theta. For the first 6 problems or 8 problems, this is what you're going to do. You might as well just write them out for every single problem you're going to evaluate. But it's not so bad. Once you guys have the triangle and you have your angle, you're just doing like what we did for the focus lesson. You're just doing opposites, adjacent, hypotenuse, and everything. So we already know what secant is, which is 5/2. Again, how does secant and cosine relate to each other? They are reciprocals. So no math included, just reciprocate. You got 2 out of the 6. It's not too bad. Now let's do sine. Sine of theta is opposite over hypotenuse. So that's square root of 21 over 5. Does everybody agree with me? Maybe? Theta, opposite over hypotenuse. Now, cosecant is the reciprocal. So that is 5 over the square root of 21. But we don't write it like that. We need to rationalize the denominator. Is it OK if I don't rationalize the denominator and show you what the answer is? How about I do it and see if you guys agree with me? I just did the rationalized denominator in my head instead of showing my work. Because you're going to do this so often, if you're always showing your work, it's going to take you forever to do this. So you want to make sure you know how to do that, how I got to that. If you don't understand, let me know. But you want to make sure I had to know to get to there. Tangent of theta is opposite over adjacent. So that is square root of 21 over 2. Cotangent is going to be 2 over the square root of 21. But we understand that that's going to simplify to 2 square root of 21, square root of 21 over 21. Does everybody see what I did? So the first 6 problems in your homework are going to look exactly